got Nate and Sara in the studio, Edwardsville Parks and Recreation Department in the building, because the Midwest Open's coming down the pipeline really quick. We're what, 8 days away?
Yep.
Wow.
It's right here.
This is exciting. And $20,000 in prizes, a part of this volleyball tournament, with folks all over the country coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Another reason Edwardsville keeps just doing great when it comes to sports tourism, really.
Exactly.
Well, and now it doesn't just start in there. I mean, the tennis tournament and everything else that goes through, but to add this is brand new for you all, correct?
Exactly. This is something we had our sights on as we were constructing phase 3 of Plummer Family Park. Mm-hmm. And so bringing Sara on board here earlier this year, she was able to put her fingerprints on a lot of the features and just making sure we had everything right and ready for both the local leagues, but also these larger tournaments, and making sure that an organization like the AVP would be very interested in hosting a tournament here.
Very fascinating. And you know, Sara, it surprised me when I was in St. Louis doing radio, just the sheer volume of volleyball participants, especially ones that come right there into the convention center and that big tournament every year. And then, you know, we always talk about soccer and baseball being participated in, but volleyball is right up there, if not beating some of those sports in active participation. What did you see when you were coming into this role to kind of bring to the table and kind of elevate the experience, not only for the local kids, but for the region?
Yeah, well, youth volleyball is one of probably the largest up-and-coming sports. And beach volleyball has been around for a long time professionally, but now it's starting to get into collegiate, right? And there's a need for more youth to be involved in beach volleyball. So when the opportunity came, I thought, hey, the Illinois side, because Missouri side has a lot of courts, that this is just going to bring more opportunities for youth to get to play volleyball, whether they are brand new at it for rec or professional level. This is so cool.
Well, and my first kind of taste of beach volleyball in college was actually at the University of Tampa years ago, because my cousin went there and they just started it wasn't officially a competitive sport at that time. It was just getting ready to be, really, and just to see the athleticism that you need in that is just crazy. I can barely walk in sand, let alone move, you know?
Yeah, right, exactly. And it's so different from indoor. Right. Like in beach, you have to do every single skill. So it really helps develop the all-around player, where indoor, you're able to specialize a little bit more.
Well, and I'm sure if you're competing in beach volleyball as just a normal indoor volleyball competitor, it helps your indoor game a lot too, because of the
100%.
Yeah, I could see that. Okay.
Yeah, it gets your what we call sand legs. It increases their vertical, change of movements, body awareness, IQ, all of that.
That's so cool. Yeah. Well, and now, where is the beach volleyball courts in conjunction with Plummer Park, just for the folks around the area that aren't familiar?
Sure. It's right inside the park.
Oh,
it's literally on the south side of the soccer fields.
Really cool.
Yeah, so you go in and you'll see that beautiful white sand. It's right there.
Well, and now, can folks register or reserve time at that?
Absolutely. Yeah.
How can we do that?
You just call into the parks office. It's $15 an hour per court.
Wow.
Super reasonable. Yeah. And for any organized that you want, but if you want to just go play with your friends
and just make sure you can play,
you can just show up and play. But if you want to have a team or an organization come out, you just got to call and reserve to make sure you get that court. Yeah, they're really great.
Well, and now, how many beach volleyball courts do you have?
6.
Oh, really cool. This is why you can do this tournament. This all makes sense now.
Yes, exactly.
So currently we're right around 18 teams?
Yep.
And all from around the country?
All from around the country. California, Texas, Utah, Florida, Missouri, Iowa. Well, and all over.
You obviously know more about the volleyball scene than I do. And so whenever you have a tournament like this, is it one of those things that just spreads word of mouth through the community, so to speak, or social media? How does that attraction kind of come into play?
There's a lot of behind the scenes work.
Okay.
There's this website called Volleyball Life where they register. And then from there, you can go and see who is registered at other tournaments. So for the past month, myself and the tournament director, Vallis, Beach, we've been going and sending personal messages to I think it's over 500-600 players alone, posting all on Facebook, volleyball groups, indoor and beach, emails, text messages. It takes a lot of work, especially with the courts being brand new, and this is the first year. We got to get the word out that the courts are even here. You know, it's easy when you're in a big city like Miami or Hermosa Beach, California. You're right there, and everyone's like, yes, I want to go there. okay, but how about here, right?
And they're going to the Midwest.
Yeah, exactly. Where's Edwardsville, right? But no, it's right outside of St. Louis, and
it's perfect.
Trying to really just promote the location.
Well, and it's interesting though. Just before we move a little bit further in the conversation, I mean, you are offering $10,000 to the top team, in this in cash prizes, correct?
Top 3 teams. Yes.
So I mean, there's all this money on the line, but even then though, you still have to do the roll up the sleeves and reach out to people to let them know. And I think it's good for other area municipalities to realize that you can't just put the flyer up. You got to really roll up the sleeves and get the word out.
Yeah. And that's something we've really appreciated with Sara, because she does have a lot of those connections. And knowing the tournament organizer, is it Jay Dorsey? Jay Dorsey. They've worked together to kind of take what the city has created as far as the press release, but also pushing that out individually to those players and those organizations that they have connections with.
Well, and now as your role as director of the department, it's got to be really in a unique position to have folks like Sara, and then I'm sure so many across the board that have these various expertises in certain fields and sports that really help overall elevate your guys' department. What have you seen just in your role as director and just some of the hard work the team's done?
Yeah, so we're not where we're at without the employees that we have. I anytime I get the chance to brag about our staff, it's incredible. It's an incredible opportunity. So we have great staff, from the people who take care of the grounds and cleaning the restrooms, the people a lot of times we forget about, but they're crucial. But it's also the program organizers like Sara and Jeremy, and our superintendent, Kenay. And we even have support staff like James and Kathy who are helping behind the scenes, and Devin. So whether it's live streaming it, we'll have it on YouTube.
Oh, wow. Cool.
And we're even going to have some commentation on the championship games on Sunday. None of that happens if it's just me or even Sara, but it's everybody playing that role, and it's that team atmosphere and everybody feeling like, how can I help?
Yeah.
Well, also we have to give credit because this is the mayor's passion and vision.
Yeah. Mayor Rizvi. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. So he wanted 6 courts and was really pushing for it. His son played volleyball.
Wow.
And so when I got hired, he's like, Sara, I want to be AVP here within the next couple of years. And I was like, you're on. Let's get it done in 6 months. So he has been the biggest component here, honestly.
Yeah. And I really thought 2026 was when we're going to bring in some tournaments, give us a year, we've got to get the word out there. And it takes time to plan these things. And usually they're scheduled over a year in advance. We've got a lot of experience with scheduling, the baseball tournaments or soccer tournaments, even ultimate tournaments. And these things don't just happen in a couple months.
No.
And for Sara to make that relationship and the connection with Jay, bring him in, show him the facilities, he was wowed, he was impressed. And that's not easy to do when you are living every weekend at volleyball facilities.
Right.
And then for her to convince him and them to get on board to say, this can happen this year.
Yeah.
And so we had some different dates that we were looking at, and we were very flexible. And finally, September 20th and the 21st were just the prime dates. We've still got warm weather, which we're all sometimes a little too warm, but if you're out on the beach, it's going to be great. And even for the fans, it's going to be a great experience. So we're really excited to really bring the community out, and really from the Metro East, from St. Louis, we're hoping anyone who's interested can come out, because there's not going to be a charge.
Yeah.
It's totally free to come. And there's going to be great food. There's going to be great refreshments.
Really cool.
Food trucks. We got food trucks coming. We have a DJ that's going to be rocking both days.
Wow. Why don't we do this? We'll tease them right now, because I need to pay a bill, and I need you to stay and watch my advertisers so, I can keep paying my bills. So with that being said, though, you hit on something really unique, Nate, that not a lot of directors do, and that's thinking the janitorial stuff. Because, I just with my club coach and stuff in soccer, it's really cool that every time you walk into Plummer Park, it is spotless. And that goes across the board for all of your parks, too, and that's really a great problem to have. It's too damn clean in here. 10:20, we'll take a quick break, and we're going to come back with the City of Edwardsville Parks and Recreation Department, a really cool opportunity for you and your family to stop by and see the Midwest Open, and for 2v2 teams to compete for $10,000 in cash prizes and more. We'll come back and talk more about it right after this one. With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites. Relax with local beers, half-price wine bottles, and summer poutine nights. The only thing missing is you. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Del Mar Public House, where great food, drinks, and friends come together. DelMarPublicHouse.com.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone, and over time it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ and Sara on RiverBender.com.
Don't you ever leave. Lay down, Sally. Resting in my arms.
Welcome back, 1023. Man, it really likes Huntington Vintage today. Like, what are we doing here? We're talking Midwest Open with Nate and Sara. And, as we get into this, registration's still open. So,
Yes.
area teams, if they're still interested, how does this membership work and how does the registration process work?
Sure, it's really simple actually. Just Google AVP membership. It'll take them right to the website, and then click on the silver level, which is only $35, and it's good for a year.
Wow.
So they can play in AVP grass tournaments, not just, sometimes people think AVP, like, oh my gosh, it's the pros.
Yeah.
Right? But there's a whole bunch of levels that they can participate in.
So cool.
Yeah, grass and beach.
Fantastic. When's registration close again, just real quick?
Next Wednesday, the 18th. I'm pretty sure they'll still take registration on that Thursday as well.
Fantastic. And then online, I'm guessing?
Correct.
Perfect.
Correct.
We'll link that in a write-up on RiverBender as well. And also, I think as cool as how many sponsors that have come together for this, because this is no easy feat, especially tournaments like this and this size and the different implications of it with money and cash outs, to have everyone coming together. And it seems like it's really what I think is cool is frequent flyers, so to speak, when it comes to supporting the community.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's 10 sponsors.
Wow.
And without them, this would not have been possible whatsoever.
This is so cool. I'm kind of a little jealous, though, because like Keith and XO, I thought they just loved me. Now I find out there's other people involved. No, I'm
They're cheating on you.
But really cool. And like BC Bank and all these great people that have been a part of it, we'll make sure to shout them out as well because their contributions for this make the event a success.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have Bacardi, Keith Short, Guarantee Electric, EXO, like you said, Game Day Men's Health, which is new to the Edwardsville area, Great Rivers and Routes, Park North, Scotty's Bar, that's new right there by the park. Yeah,
that's cool.
So if you come, go to Scotty's and have a nice lunch or hit some golf balls. And then we have Republic Services and Fast Signs of Glen Carbon.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's a nice wide range of everyone that, what I appreciate with this being our first time running it, that they believed in our vision. and
Yeah.
they wanted to get on board right away. So it goes a long way, when you're one of the first ones to hop on board.
Well, and it's hard to get the train moving, and
Right.
it seems like they were ready to help you push it and get the sucker going.
Absolutely.
And I think the first one we got was actually Burn & Jones.
Wow.
So they're our presenting sponsor, our biggest sponsor. And so without Burn & Jones, we wouldn't be where we're at, because they really got it going. And but we had a lot of community sponsors, businesses that jumped on as well. And that's kind of how we're here right now and able to attract all these players, right? So it's very exciting.
For sure. Well, and also, too, for the folks that maybe aren't participating but want to be a part of the fun and watch the games and the tournaments, you said there was some entertainment both days, some food trucks. Can you give us the itinerary if you could?
Yeah, so games will start 8:30 both days. On Saturday, our DJ will start rocking first thing in the morning. But actually, we have a band coming out doing the national anthem, so that'll
Really
be fun.
cool.
Yes. Yeah, it is free. We will have some bleachers available. Bring your lawn chair, though. We have a berm that they can sit on and watch. We have a wide range of food trucks, an ice cream truck. Bacardi's going to be there as well as our VIP sponsor. What am I missing? I mean, we're going to have some yard games out there.
Oh, cool. So something for everybody.
Yes,
exactly.
A little bit of everything. Oh, we also have a selfie station that you
Nice.
that will be going around. Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, we're really trying to make an event, not just like, with the tournament itself is the event, but when you come, that it's family friendly, like you said, something for everybody, and just to have a really good time.
Well, you can only grow it with support like that. And when you get, outside interest that maybe you've never seen competitive volleyball before, that's something fun to go do because it's exciting. And
Very.
all I know is I couldn't do it because I get smacked right in the mouth and cry and go home.
Most people do.
I'd be done.
I'm not gonna lie, it's happened to me too. Multiple times.
Did you play in college or high school?
Both.
Oh,
Yes.
really cool.
Yep. I played at Missouri State. I went to Belleville Altoff.
Oh, cool.
And then I coached collegiate volleyball for 7 years, Division I.
Wow, that's awesome. So to
Yeah.
come back in to do this is like perfect for you.
It was. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Good fit.
That's a
It
great
was.
fit.
Yeah. Very. It's been fun.
Well, and Nate, going forward, what do you hope the public takes away from this before we kind of talk about future volleyball tournament dates and stuff like that? What do you hope the public takes away just from this tournament and the department going forward?
Yeah, I think it's just another example of how Edwardsville is trying to really attract people both locally and from the area to come to Edwardsville, have a great time, enjoy themselves, and just have a great time. And it's something for all ages. Whether you're retired and you want to come to Plummer Family Park and maybe your interest is maybe pickleball, right? We've got 25 courts over there.
Wow.
If you're on the younger age spectrum, we've got youth baseball or youth softball. We've got sand volleyball, beach volleyball. We had over how many teams this summer in between our two
All
leagues?
the leagues, which we ran leagues Sunday through Friday. No, I think there was over 300 participants.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like 130, 140
Yeah,
teams.
wow.
I
It was
think.
probably just on Tuesday nights
Yeah.
for the 14s. There was 30 teams in our league.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
man.
insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it shows the need.
Exactly.
It is.
And we want the people to also come to Plummer Family Park, but also then to go out and, go to our local businesses and support them. Because that's really what the city's about, is supporting local businesses. And here they are supporting us. So it's a symbiotic relationship where we're just trying to support the community.
Sports tourism's a good business.
Oh, great.
It very much is.
It's great for the community.
It is, and you don't get a more dedicated spending base really than the folks that are coming into town during tournaments or the folks that go. And coming from a soccer player who's lived the road forever with Gallagher, right, or Scott Gallagher, I can tell you. Yeah,
You've been to a couple tournaments, have you?
Yeah.
At least one.
And then for future events, if any tournament directors want to host tournaments, they just need to call the parks to rent the
Exactly.
courts.
Oh, really cool.
Absolutely. And to keep a lookout. Hopefully this event becomes a yearly thing.
I hope so too.
Me too. And just keep growing.
If it does, would it be still in September, or would you move it to a more kind of summertime?
We'd be open to different dates.
Okay.
And so we always try to coordinate it with all the other events that we have going on there, between the soccer tournaments or the pickleball tournaments or the baseball tournaments, and just making sure we're making a a user-friendly environment, and we're not necessarily over-scheduling or overbooking the sports park. So that's something we have to be cognizant of as well. We don't necessarily want 7 huge tournaments going on all at the same time, because the first impression you're going to have is coming in and there's a line of cars out to the road, right? Or it takes you 30 minutes to find a parking spot. So being cognizant of that, of just making sure we're aware of that. But yeah, May and June, we'd love to host some beach volleyball tournaments in those May, June, July, kind of those prime times, right? And I think that we're definitely going to be open to having those discussions. And if we can have a successful tournament this September, I think that's going to go a long ways with the AVP and other volleyball tournament organizers.
1,000%.
Exactly.
Who knows? Maybe one day you get your own beach out there, and then you could really bring the whole thing.
Nate. Now we need a lake.
That's
There
right.
you go.
Side lake.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Build it.
There's grass
That's right.
space.
That's right.
And I only will ask for a plaque because I said it on the show.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Anything else we should talk about for this?
Well, I just think we really appreciate all of our sponsors. Thank you for having us on. This has been so much fun.
Cool.
No, and hopefully we see a lot of people. Don't be afraid to come say hi. Players also love it when fans say hello and cheer loud.
Really cool. Well, and also make sure you register if you're interested for this tournament. It's available online, and we'll link that. And just stop by and enjoy it. This really cool tournament. Folks from all around the country coming right into the 618 and then spending some money at your businesses and all that fun stuff. Guys, thanks so much.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break. It's 10:32. We'll come back. We're supposed to be talking to Nami of Southwestern Illinois. We might put that on hold, so we'll just kind of wait and see. It is a Friday, and we'll be back after this.